New Jersey hospital form asks parents about newborn's gender identity. So you're a hospital, dude. Like, if you can tell if my son is a boy or a girl, I don't know if I can trust you. Anyway, let's see what's this about.
This is a questionnaire from Inspira Health out of New Jersey, which could...
Let's watch it. Patient name, DOB. What sex was your baby assigned at birth? Okay, well, that's really weird. Really weird question. What do you mean assigned? He was born as a boy or girl, male, female. Option prefer not to answer, like crazy. Do you identify your baby as... Are you fucking kidding me? The baby's born for like fucking an hour when you get the questionnaire, or maybe 3 days, and you have that many options? What do we have there? Female, male. That's the only well, it shouldn't even be a question. It's a baby. How can you identify the baby? I feel like it goes against against all of what we heard about LGBTQ. Like, how can you decide if your baby's boy or girl? Like, up until now, we heard that it's all up to decision of the person, right? Then we had to fight about puberty blockers for 13-year-old kids, which is bullshit. 13-year-old kid can't vote, can't buy a gun, can't buy a cigarettes, can't get a tattoo, but somehow we're gonna decide that they can chop off their dick or just do the puberty blockers at least, right? Ridiculous. But yeah, like, we had that fight, right? And now, out of nowhere, the parents are able to decide if the kid's gonna be transgender or no. That's ridiculous. Like, you can't even decide if the kid's gonna love playing basketball or video games. And you're supposed to make this decision? Anyway, what are the options for a stupid question? Female, male, transgender female, trans woman, male to female. I love how they have to explain it, which I'm actually really grateful for, because sometimes you can get lost with this. Transgender male, trans man, female to male. Maybe add some pictures as well. Oh wait, if you add a picture, you're gonna know what my kid is, right? Ridiculous. Gender queer, neither exclusively male nor female. I mean, this is kind of fun. Like, the baby can't do anything when they're like 2 days old, right? Sorry, 2 days old. Like, all they do is eat, sleep, poop, and pee, right? They don't even know what they are. Like, that's like the only option that, like, as of right now, might be true for them, because they don't know what the hell guy is, what the hell girl is, right? But no, that is obviously, I'm still against it, but it's funny. Like, if you're thinking about it, the baby doesn't identify as anything else than baby. Anyway, additional gender categories, self-described. Please specify. The fuck is that? Gender category. So now you can literally make up your own shit. So I don't know. What can you be? Transgender Wookiee. You're transgender Wookiee. Male turning into a female Wookiee. I guess you can do it. You have line for that, right? What's the next one? Which of the following best describes your baby? Are you serious? Options: lesbian or gay. So, okay, wait. So if it's a girl, because she's sucking the milk from the mother, and somehow you're supposed to make it sexual, so that makes her either lesbian or bisexual. But if it's a guy, he's heterosexual. Yeah, gotcha. Definitely. I know how my 2-day-old baby feels about other genders and sexuality and everything. Completely normal question, right? Anyway, so we have lesbian or gay, straight or heterosexual, bisexual, self-describes, please specify. I guess that would be all of that, what is it, pansexual and all of that bullshit that I don't know what it is. Yeah, because I'm sorry, I don't really care. Questioning / unsure. Well, it's a baby, so I guess that's it, right? Questioning, unsure, because again, it's a baby. Prefer not to answer. I feel like you should just rip this questionnaire apart and sue the hospital for emotional damage. Because, yeah, that's fucking ridiculous. Anyway, let's 3 seconds in, and I'm already mad. But yeah, let's see.
Contains the following questions for parents of newborns. What sex was your baby assigned at birth? What gender identity do you assign your baby? And finally, do you describe your baby as lesbian, gay, straight, or bisexual? We should point out, though, that patients do have the option not to provide an answer.
Well, the
Oh,
form was
really?
obtained by Republican New Jersey State Senator, that is Holly Chapezi, joining us, who is fighting to have this practice rescinded in the Garden State. You know, and thank you for coming on. We do appreciate that, State Senator. So we see this questionnaire, and you may be going, is this real life?
It's not fucking real life. It's ridiculous. How is it possible? Can you imagine this 20 years ago? Would not happen. My baby doesn't have a clue what's a girl at 1 year old. What the fuck? Yeah, no, for sure. Like, and this is for newborns. Like, seriously? That's, like I said, that's emotional damage to the parents. And now imagine, like, this is very far-fetched, but we see how this world is going to hell. So now imagine in 15, 16 years after you fill out this questionnaire, somehow it comes to your son or daughter that you wrote this and this about them, and they're gonna sue you. I wouldn't be surprised. And honestly, it's just so offensive to have this questionnaire. It's ridiculous. My doctor's receptionist got the name Adam and Zach, my twin boys. When I arrived to their doctor appointment, the reception asked, are they male or female? And this happened in Canada or US? It's ridiculous. Like Adam and Zach, twin boys, and you said that they are 1 year old. Well, let me tell you, they're squirrels. You should just make fun of them. Like, what the hell? They're young bucks. Yep, that would be an answer, I guess.
In fact, when I saw it, I thought maybe it was something made up to be provocative. So I had my
Yeah.
staff reach out directly to the health network to confirm that it was indeed real, because you looked at it and you go, there's no way. Like, it's so stupid. It has absolutely no efficacy in the medical world. And how are they
Yeah.
providing this to parents of newborn patients?
But like, how do you trust hospital if they have a questionnaire like this? Like, you don't see what the baby was born with? Like, you have only 2 things that they can have between legs, right? Whatever they want to claim that there's something different, they have 2 things. And they can't even feed themselves, so you're gonna assume that eventually and that's what's crazy, that I'm sorry, but there are some fucked up parents that they would choose something else than female and male. That's ridiculous. Like, seriously, Trump should take funding out of this hospital, because it's like, no, it's... Man.
I mean, this is a statement when it's absolutely absurd. I mean, sexualizing a newborn child, asking how they identify. But this is a statement from the New Jersey Department of Health spokesperson saying that the department stresses any collection of sexual orientation, gender identity data. It should be done in a clinically appropriate and culturally competent manner, including patient populations for which certain data may not be appropriate, as in the case for newborns. Now, then they recommended that hospitals develop internal policies and procedures based on clinical advice to assist their employees in collecting such data.
Why do you even need to collect such data? Like, all you need to know as a hospital is look at the person. Are you a guy? Are you a girl? You can literally see it, right? I know nowadays it's kind of muddy waters and might be different than what it looks, but let it for a patient to tell you. Like, I'm sorry, patients need to have some responsibility as well. Like, if you identify like something else than what you look like, it should be your responsibility to say it. And don't get offended if someone identifies you somehow else according to how you look like, right? No, like, it should be your responsibility to inform everyone what you are. Just even ridiculous to say that. But like, why does hospital need to know it? Anyway, when you go to the doctor, if you have some issue with, I don't know, UTI or whatever, they're gonna ask you, oh, did you change the partners and all of it. So you don't need to do this data collection because the doctor will ask you what they need to ask you. Like, why? What are we talking about?
Are they trying to walk back now what they're having mothers fill out for their newborn babies? I mean, what does this statement tell you about their reaction?
Wait, the mother has to fill it up? Well, that's offensive, man. What about dad? What if dad has a different opinion?
I think once again, and it's kind of like, as Van Jones said, Democrats have realized that they've gone too far. The entire legislature, as well as the governor, is up this year in New Jersey. And I think you're starting to see, once the public expresses outrage, a walking back of some of the more insane policies that have been implemented under this administration and under Democratic control in the state.
Hey, I can say right now, I'm not even a parent, but I can say this baby is... Well, no, I can't say. Is he straight? Is he lesbian? Or gay? I don't know. Well, I'm glad the parents can tell, right? And especially since it's so important for a baby to know if they're straight or no.
Had this not come to light, had the publicity around it not occurred, hospital networks were under the impression, based upon direct communications with Department of Health, that they were mandated under this law to provide it to all populations regardless of age. I have new legislation that's being introduced on Monday that is going to specify that minors are not part and parcel of collection of this sort of data.
And it's going to be interesting to see with that legislation who's for it and who's against it, right? And just getting a roll call on that will be fascinating for the future of those political careers. Just based on this questionnaire, I have a 7-month-old. And if they handed me that questionnaire,
Here we go. Yeah.
I would have thrown that in the trash.
Yep.
Right with her first dirty diaper that I changed immediately. Yep. It is unbelievable. How did you first find out about this?
I mean, I'm sorry, but the questionnaire in general is ridiculous. Like, who cares if you, like, who cares what your sexual orientation is? Like, do you really need a questionnaire? Like I said, if it's something important to know, to diagnose you, the doctor will ask about it, and that's it. Like, are we doing like a poll? Are we trying to find out how many patients are female and male and transgender and all of it? Like, why? I don't know. The questionnaire to me is just outrageous and offensive. Like, and again, I was talking about it few hours ago actually, that I would really feel offended if someone asked me if I'm a male or female. Like, you can see, right? And at the same time, if I indeed identified myself as a female, I still think it would be my responsibility to inform you about it. Like, you should not ask me, it's offensive to me. You can look at me, I look like a guy, I'm a guy. Like, I feel like if someone asks us something like this, we should just pull our pants down and being like, see, this is guy, done. No, it's ridiculous. Hey, buddy.
Questionnaire that was given out at New Jersey hospitals.
As with a lot of things, it
He
was
knows
through
I'm getting
social
mad.
media. I was lying in bed, I was scrolling through. I too am a mom. I have a 13-year-old, I have a 21-year-old, and a mom had put up who's 9 months pregnant that she had gone in for her
sit.
check
Baby,
and was given a packet of forms and had gone through it and saw this for what she's supposed to provide pre-birth. And that's kind of the entire genesis of it. Although the law was passed in late 2022, as with all things,
Biden administration.
from passage to implementation, there's always a gap. And so I think the health networks have started to expand out their questionnaires. And I know it's full spectrum. I mean, my own dad, who's 80, was in the hospital 2 years ago for a gallbladder issue, and they came.
Oh, we have a comment. You sound transphobic. I don't. I mean, okay, I am. If being transphobic means I don't care. Like, I don't care. To me, there are two genders. And if you're something else, it's your responsibility to inform us if we need to know. Like, the same way, like, I don't talk at work about my relationships and what I did at night. The same way, like, no one needs to know, right? It's personal thing. The important part, personal thing, just keep it for yourself. No one's saying you should be ashamed because of it. But like, if we don't need to know it, don't tell us. How is that important for me?
Came in, and instead of providing him care as he was writhing in pain, he was asked multiple times, what's your pronoun? How should we refer to you? Have you been pregnant or had an abortion any time in the past 6 months? And my dad's 6'4", 200+ pound, almost 80-year-old man. And he got very annoyed and finally reached a point where he was like, okay, you're just going to call me King John. And get a doctor in here.
But you know, like, I think it's offensive because, like, at school, back in the day, I don't know how it works at school right now, but like, kids are mean, right? They're like, you wear a pink shirt and they start making fun of you because of the pink shirt, right? But out of nowhere, you grow up and you have these forms asking you how do you identify, or people asking what's your pronoun. Like, to me, I'm sorry, that's offensive. If my pronoun is different than what it looks like, it should be my responsibility to let you know. And that's all I have to say to this topic regarding the pardon me, regarding the form asking about our babies. That's ridiculous, and it gives parents so much power. I mean, who knows if it's gonna affect anything, right? But it's just ridiculous. Like, it's a newborn. You don't know what he's gonna be into. Like I said, you don't know if he's gonna be into sports or video games, and yet somehow you're supposed to decide that they're gonna like girls or guys.